Good evening, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the news. First, a look at the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India's food diversity is a dividend for global investors. Chief Minister will have a meeting next week to discuss the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Amended Act 2016, says Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong. NHM National Movement holds a sit-in demonstration at Jantar Mantar in New Delhi. And a Joint Action Committee intensified its agitation by holding another General Assembly. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today stated that India's investor-friendly policies are taking the country's food sector to new heights. Inaugurating the second edition of the World Food India 2023 in New Delhi, Modi stressed that India's food diversity is a dividend for global investors. He said food security is one of the key challenges being faced by the world in the 21st century. He highlighted that this is a golden opportunity for startups and companies in the food sector, and India has achieved remarkable growth in every sector of the food processing industry.
फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री को लीड करने की स्वाभाविक क्षमता है। इसके लिए हर स्तर पर महिलाओं को कुटीर उद्योगों और सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स को प्रमोट किया जा रहा है।
Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong on Friday said that the Chief Minister will have a meeting next week to discuss about the Meghalaya Residents Safety and Security Amended Act which was returned by the central government recently. As of now, the government is implementing MRSSA 2016 in 7 localities of Shillong. Regarding the land record in the state, the government has entrusted the District Council to go ahead with the digitalisation of land records in the state. Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong, who held a meeting with the 3 district councils, said that this is an important project of the union government and it has to be implemented in the state.
Through the Department of Land Resources, Ministry Government of India, they are willing to fund this important project where they really wanted that in each and every state they should digitalize the land in their respective states. And we have already decided that once the notification comes out, then the all the district council has to immediately implement this digitalization throughout the state.
The demand for inclusion of Khasi and Garo languages in the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India and the implementation of the inner line permit in the state of Meghalaya is growing louder as the NHM National Movement (HANM) today held a sit-in demonstration at Jantar Mantar in New Delhi, demanding the central government to fulfill the demands of the people of the state. Addressing hundreds of HANM members, President Lamprang Kharbani said the sit-in demonstration is to put pressure on the government of India for inclusion of Khasi and Garo languages to the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India. He also said that the organization also demanded the government to implement the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation Act of 1873 and also to resolve the border dispute between Assam and Meghalaya. The Joint Action Committee, JAAC, on Friday intensified its agitation by holding another General Assembly to exert pressure to the Vice-Chancellor Prabha Shankar Shukla to include into the issue termination letter to the allegedly illegally appointed technical officer. The chairman of the JAAC, Lakhon Khma, stated that at the General Assembly held on October 31st, Prasad was asked to leave his room by the members of the JAAC. He also questioned the VC's stance about the appointment following the General Assembly's strong opposition to it. Meghalaya PHE Minister Marcus N. Marak informed that the department has constituted a task force committee to study and monitor the water quality supplied to Shillong City. The task force committee will be headed by the additional chief engineer. This was done after a report of the State Food Testing Laboratory Commissionerate of Food Safety, Pasture Hills, Shillong, submitted by FKJGP to the Chief Minister. The minister said that the function of the task force will be to address the water quality related to complaints pertaining to the water supply from GSWSS 1 and 2.
This committee will study the water quality and will make sure that potable water is supplied to the Shillong City. The task force shall address the water quality related complaints pertaining to water supply from GSWS Phase 1, Phase 2 to City of Shillong to ensure proper dosing of chemicals and proper procedures in the water treatment plant as per CPHEEO manual and water quality monitoring protocol.
The eagerly anticipated dreams of both school children and teachers at Paham Maulane RCUP School in Reboy were realized today as the school's new basketball court was officially inaugurated. The ribbon-cutting ceremony was led by the local MLA of Nongpo constituency, Meryl Bonds Aim, and witnessed by the presence of local MDC Balajit Rani as well as the school's head teacher, Lambert Rani, teachers, parents and students. The construction of this basketball court was made possible through the SRWP scheme for the fiscal year 2021-2022 with an estimated cost of Rs 2 lakhs.
Nomar kata halor kan ikan nongrim ke soban ai ke khulei ke bakar pang ikan hikai ke wat hapeding ke duna ke babun ke bag sarkar kamla ban address ke ke pindre pim shom la tho pi pelut ke sngi ke por ke pi ban hikai ban sut ke sembo perkhat ke nang jing stam ya kini ki sentiu ke badang sedang ban phu ke bolong galawai.
And here is a good news to all our viewers. On popular demand, DD News Meghalaya is increasing its bulletin time from 10 minutes to 15 minutes and from 5th of November 2023. The viewers can watch our Khasi bulletin from 6:30 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. and the English bulletin from 7 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. You can also watch our bulletins live on DD News Meghalaya YouTube channel. So stay tuned to DD Meghalaya for authentic and credible news of our state.
On popular demand, DD News Meghalaya is increasing its bulletin time from 10 minutes to 15 minutes from 5th November 2023. The viewers can watch our Khasi bulletins from 6:30 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. and English bulletin from 7 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. You can also watch our bulletins live on DD News Meghalaya YouTube channel. So stay tuned to DD Meghalaya for authentic and credible news of our state.
And now here is the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 20.7 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 11.1 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 67%, while in the evening it stood at 79%. The forecast, light to moderate rain is likely at isolated places. And before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India's food diversity is a dividend for global investors. Chief Minister will have a meeting next week to discuss the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Amended Act 2016, says Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong. Hindu-Trip Achik National Movement holds a sit-in demonstration at Jantar Mantar in New Delhi. And a Joint Action Committee intensified its agitation by holding another General Assembly. And that's all we had for you in today's edition of the news. Thank you very much for joining us. And from all of us here, it's wishing you good night.